Welcome. Do not forget to hit the like button and subscribe. Exclusive.
Yeah, concerning 2023 election, the headline which says I will surely win in 2023. ATIKU vows. That is the word coming from ATIKU, the presidential candidate of the People's Democratic Party. ATIKU Abubakar has described his combination with his running mate. That is what it is. The presidential candidate of the People's Democratic Party, ATIKU, has described his combination with his running mate, Delta State Governor Ifeanyi Okowa, as unbeatable in the upcoming 2023 general election. He said the PDP has a team of competent and experienced people with the right policies and the programs to rescue Nigeria from its current bad state. So Nigeria is in a bad state. So these people know. Atiku said this while responding to questions from Nigerians on his plans for the nation if elected president. He spoke during the Channels Television Presidential Town Hall meeting in Abuja on Sunday. Atiku explained that his plans to deal with the security challenges in Nigeria will be scientific. To buttress his point, the candidate cited the example of the United Arab Emirates, where he said over 10 million people live. He noted despite this number, one can hardly find a uniformed policeman on the street. People are aware that they are being watched and the attraction to commit crime is at a minimum. Atiku described the Boko Haram insurgency as puzzling. He confessed that he was yet to fully understand the phenomenon because so many issues, including politics and business, were involved, and also on security matter. Atiku said, "I served in Borno State when it was the northeast, and as a customs officer, I was patrolling the entire northeast and remote areas. I still cannot find a place in the Borno area where anybody can hide and cannot be seen. I cannot honestly understand the Boko Haram phenomenon." That is what it's coming from. Article as it is now, he said does not even understand the phenomenon. Well, you need to understand it before you become a president so that you know how to tackle it. That's the answer to it. Article described the Boko Haram insurgency as puzzling. He confessed that he was yet to fully understand the phenomenon because so many issues, including politics and business, were involved. On security, Article said, "I served in Borno State when it was the northeast, and as a custom officer, I was patrolling the entire north, and I patrol the entire northeast and the remote areas. I still cannot find a place in the Borno area where anybody can hide and cannot be seen. Now, I cannot honestly understand the Boko Haram phenomenon. Sometimes when returning from Europe 30 feet above, I could see a man walking in Borno State. So, where's the place to hide? To the extent that they said there is a place called Sambisa. I have been there. I didn't see a forest. It's just shrubs here and there. We have deployed the Nigerian military, which used to be the one of the best in the world. They have fought in a number of theaters in the international arena and excelled. Now, and here we are deploying the Nigerian military with all its might. We cannot yet cannot eliminate them." Soaking in a similar vein, his running mate Ifeanyi Okowa, who spoke on what an Atiku presidency will do to prevent a resurgence of a military and militancy in the Niger Delta. He said, once you provide leadership, and once you provide leadership, I don't know, that his leadership will be so structured that we are going to make sure that people are carried along in the educational sector, in the provisions of startup jobs, in the provision of skills, and in ensuring that our people go to school. We are going to make the economic work again. We will ensure the full implementation of the Petroleum Industry Act. According to him, with the family and the PIA fully operational, oil producing communities will be empowered to cater for their personal and community needs. Responding to a question about his plans for the Niger Delta, the PDP candidate expressed sadness that his ideas passed on to the late President Umaru Yar'Adua, which communicate and culminated in the setting up of a ministry for Niger Delta Affairs was yet to achieve its objective. He said the ministry has not been able to deliver on one project. Take the East-West road, for example. They have enough money to complete it, but have not. When we come in, we will review its functions. Also speaking about the trader money program of the President Muhammadu Buhari-led administration, All Progressive Congress administration, ATIKU lamented that it had degenerated into a political tool at the hands of the APC. Wow. He said for it to be effective, it has to institutionalize it so that it can survive administrations and give more Nigerians access to better their life. On sport, article said the administration he intends to head will assist states provide sporting facilities. This is said will go a long way in encouraging sporting activities across the nation. Article cited the example of the Moroccan government, which has been able to provide football pitches in virtually all communities. This, he said, has gone a long way in improving the quality of sport, especially football. Also collaborating this position, his running mate Okowa said the article-led administration will invest heavily in sports. He cited the example of Delta, Edo, and Bayelsa states that have made a significant impact in the area of sport, and also as evidenced by their performance in the just concluded National Sports Festival, which ended in Asaba. He also promised to give the creative industry the attention it deserves in order to improve Nigeria's economy. Article said, apart from agriculture, Nigeria's creative industry has the second largest potential of bringing in foreign exchange earnings. He said, apart from agriculture, which is the highest employer of labor, the creative industry is the second highest employer. None of my contemporaries in this presidential race has engaged the industry more than I have done. I was with them in Lagos about 2 weeks ago. On his plans for education and healthcare delivery, the PDP candidate equally promised better investment in both sectors in order for Nigeria to take its pride of place in the country and committee of friends of committee of administrations. I would say in the committee of nations, article promised, and he has said, the few he could say, and that is what it is. And the concluding part is that on its plans for education and healthcare delivery, the PDP candidate equally promised better investment, both sectors, in order for Nigeria to take its pride of place in the Committee of Nations. Article promised to invest at least at the minimum recommended by the United Nations to invest in the education sector to encourage a retention of qualified Nigerian professionals. He said, when I was setting up my university, I started with the provision of infrastructure. There was uninterrupted electricity and internet connectivity in a remote area called Yola. When we did that, our professors came in from the United States. Oh, these people are leaking their secrets small, small. So you have a university. How? As a businessman, okay, as a custom officer, you have looted your office, so you have made it dry. But notwithstanding, that will be another topic for today. He said our neighboring countries that are poorer than us invest more than us in education. We need to involve the private sector. The northern people, you're silly. ATIKU, go back to the drawing board, go back to the north and give the Almajiris a free education, same as a good luck had done. Well, because there is no time for us to pursue this, but in the second phrase, we are going to talk about ATIKU. This one, we are going to draw the curtain. Please subscribe and don't forget to share this news so that others can be aware. Thanks for listening.